Hey, what's up, everybody? This is going to be kind of probably a long-winded video, but there's some lessons I've learned over the last couple of years that I want to share with the community. Um, Stackers and collectors who've been doing this for a long time probably already know everything, but those who are newer, a newer stacker, you may want to pay attention to this because these are lessons I've learned the hard way. I mean, there's been plenty of videos that explained everything that I've kind of ignored and kind of just wanted to go about it my own way. But so there's really no bad thing. I mean, if you're a collector, a stacker, there's no really bad thing to buy as long as you like it. The problem is if you get into the situation where you have to sell and you have to sell immediately, you really want to make sure that when you're stacking, that you always have a good amount of cash on hand in case something were to happen and you need money fast. And I'm talking, you're gonna want to have a couple, two, three, four, $5,000 in the bank before, and don't spend all your savings on your stack. I mean, you can do that. You can always go out and sell it, but chances are when you are ready to sell, if you have to sell, you're going to probably take, at least a minimal loss, if not a larger loss. So about a week or so ago, I had to go to an LCS and I had to sell some of my stack. And what I sold was two tubes of 2016 Kookaburras, two tubes of 2017s, and two tubes of 2016 koalas. And I took a pretty sizable loss on that, only because if I could go back, I might sell other things, but I don't have all my stack in one place. So I took what was pretty convenient for me to, so I could get a couple grand pretty fast. So I could I had some debts I had to pay that just came up all of a sudden. So when you're stacking, you really want to make sure that first and foremost, I mean, you can buy whatever you want as long as you have a couple grand, at least 2 or 3 thousand in the bank in case something were to happen. So when it's time for you to sell, so if you, let's say you have very minimal money in the bank and you're stacking thousands of dollars in gold or silver or whatnot, but let's just keep it at silver at the moment. So if you're buying all these high premium, Perth coins, which I don't have a problem with, I love Perth coins, and I'm not gonna stop buying kooks or stop buying, lunars. If I like it, I'm gonna buy it. I'm just not gonna stack Perth coins anymore like I was. It's all about when my base of my stack currently is going to be, and I'm going to build on my base, which is constitutional silver, quarters, dimes, half dollars, mainly half dollars. I'm going to continue to stack silver eagles when the premiums are not too high. Normally at the end of the year when they're trying to get rid of the current year, getting ready for the next year, is when the premiums usually come down a lot, usually around Thanksgiving time, towards the winter years. I'm sorry, the winter months. So when you're selling on eBay, one thing you got to look at is if you have to sell on eBay, between eBay and PayPal, you're going to take about a 16% loss, or you have to pay, eBay's final seller's fee is like 10%. Plus, if you're charging shipping, they're also going to take out another percent or two of shipping. That's to avoid people who, some people would, start their auction out at very little, charge a lot for shipping, and eBay used to not charge you for shipping. But now they've, got wise over the years and said, well, we're going to, charge you a percentage in commission for shipping as well. So between eBay and PayPal, it's about 16%. So if you're buying a coin that's $21, let's say, I think that's about average for a kook right now. $21, that coin has to be able to sell on eBay for about 24 and a half, like 24.30 something or 24.50, just for you to become even in that. And unless spot comes up a lot, it's going to probably be very difficult for you to make that money back. So if you're buying a tube of kooks, let's say they're 400. I don't know what they're selling for right now, but let's say it's $400. Just to make math simple, you would have to sell that for about $464, about $64 more than you paid for it just to break even. And the LCS that I sold at doesn't really like Perth coins. They'll buy them. I had to beg for them to give me $1 over spot, because they only wanted to give me about 10 cents over melt value. So I had to pretty much beg them to give me $1 over, which they finally did. I used to go to a different LCS, and I think they're closed because they've had a note on their door for about 3 weeks now saying that they were closed for inventory. Who knows? But when I call them, I don't even get their answering, machine anymore, or voicemail. Now it just goes to just a ring and no answer. So that's all. I mean, if you're buying, I mean, like I said on the last video I did, if I'm gonna buy Perth coins like these, I'm gonna wait until the early mintage numbers comes out. Usually February, late January, early February, somewhere around there. When the final mintage numbers comes out for the previous year, the current year is going to come out with early mintage numbers, and if they're lower, then I'll buy. But if they're higher, then I'll wait. I think if the year of the dog lunar is around 10,000, then I'll probably buy a few of them. But if they're in the 30s or 40,000, then I'll probably just pass on the lunar dogs for this year. But that's my mindset right now, is I'm going to be stacking more fractional gold, silver eagles, constitutional silver, maybe some generic, maybe some poured. But even port silver has got a lot of premiums to it for obvious reasons. They got to buy the silver, and then they got to make a profit on that. So, but again, it's just buy what you like. Just make sure you have, money in the bank, number one. And I'm talking thousands of dollars in the bank before you start, stacking a lot. Because you don't want to get to the point to where I was when I had to pay, a bill that was $2,500. And to do that, I had to sell 120 ounces of premium coins. And I had to take a marginal loss. So, all right, everybody, that's the point that I wanted to make. I don't think the video is too long, but it's about 9 minutes. So, all right, I'm going to end the video. Let me know what you think. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to everybody on my next video. I will be getting a package or two in. I'm not going to be buying as much as I have been, but I will have some unboxings coming up. There's some sets I want to complete. And like I said, I want to be doing a little bit of fractional gold. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to everybody on my next video. Thanks a lot.